When it comes to real life, Charlie Cox's best friend is Tom Hiddleston, Daredevil himself. I mean, Loki. See, they swap their costumes because they're friends. So yeah, Charlie Cox says he's excited about being in the MCU and he hopes to see Loki in Daredevil Born Again. So this came at us from an interview that Charlie Cox did where he was talking about being in the MCU, now being part of the bigger playground, all the characters that can cross over, and some of the specifics that he hopes happen. And he talked a little bit about how there is this big Marvel world now and you never know what can happen. And then he talked a little bit about some of the cameos and wish fulfillment that he has. And when one of his best friends, Tom Hiddleston, aka Loki, was brought up, he said that it would be a blast to have him appear in Daredevil Born Again because the two get along so well, they're great friends, and the two both now work under the same brand. And he did say, I don't know how we can make this happen. I don't know how you do it in terms of a story. But he did say that if you look at what happens with Loki in Avengers Endgame before he goes off into the Loki TV series, where he disappears with the Tesseract, he believes you could do something like that, where for a bit, he literally just shows up with the Tesseract. The two have a little bit of an interaction, a little bit of an altercation, and then he goes off again. And he's just kind of spitballing here, trying to come up with things because he would just love to share the scene with one of his best friends. Now, honestly, I think you could really make this work. Why not give us a little bit of a, hey, yeah, Loki, while time was fragmented and everything, ended up making a couple extra pit stops, and one of them was literally in front of Daredevil. They battled it out on like a rooftop or something, then he disappeared, and Matt was like, what in the world is happening? You could put that in there, it connects it even closer to the whole MCU, right? You could legit place it at the same time during the events of Avengers Endgame, just say he jumped himself to a different time and place, because it works in terms of the pruning and what was going on. It's a little side trip he took that's never brought up until then. I think it perfectly fits. It ties in with the elements of Loki, ties in with Sylvie and the whole variant thing. I mean, they could legit just pay it back the other way too and have Charlie Cox in one of the multiverses that Loki ends up in playing Loki. And have Charlie Cox just be like, yeah, I'm you. And then he's like, man, I fought you before, you're Daredevil. You know, kind of have fun with it, right? We know that they can, so I hope it happens, and I hope the two of them can make it, because to me, that would be real exciting, because you can tell if you watch those two together, they got the chemistry because they're friends.